Haha. Aren't I the shiniest? Did you
There
see
we
that,
go.
buddy?
I did. That was quite impressive. I liked it. I liked it. And guys, we're jumping into game number 1 here. This is gonna be a little show match between viOlet and Ver. Ver is actually like my favorite Terran player on xSix. So I am super excited to get to see him play. Super excited. He's got all these really nifty command center first builds that he does against Zerg, and they're super suave. Ooh. I did just say that. Super suave Terran builds. We've got to introduce our players in the yellow, in the 3 o'clock position. We have viOlet, the reigning champion of the rundown, and against him in this best of 5 show match, we have xSixver as the red Terran. Rance, let's talk a little bit. I mean, do we think Ver's got the stuff here?
I hope Ver's got the stuff, because you know what? He's got to make up for some things that his team came up short on tonight, and that's probably all I'm going to say about that. Got a nice scouting overload from viOlet. Going to peek on this command center, though, and let's see what he does. He does turn it around here and trying to get out of there before the Terran's able to spot him. I think he was successful in that regard, and he's going to have the upper hand when it comes to the scoutage here.
And Ver actually building his supply depot, not walling off. So this is actually an interesting choice out of him. And this makes me kind of think that he's going to go for one of those command center first builds, because when he usually does that, he goes CC, barracks, barracks. So for those of you watching, we'll have to see exactly what he decides to do here, but that would be a 15 CC if I remember correctly his build. But like I said, it was super suave, made me wiggle a little bit and go, ooh, you were good. And we'll have to see if that's what he decides to do.
That would actually be a pretty decent fake on like a proxy barracks, is to do a build like that.
It absolutely would. No, looks like he's just he's gonna drop it down on the low ground. He's like, I'm playing macro game. And viOlet with the early pool. This could turn out very badly in Ver's favor. viOlet could take an early win here, and we'll have to see what Ver has planned here. Barracks going down. Second barracks should come down shortly as well. Just have that the 2 barracks opening after that command center, and we'll have to see. I mean, this we already have Zerglings out on the map, and this hatch down.
All right, perfectly even on the supply right now. So we see on the scoreboard there, command center about 50% complete, as well as the barracks in the Terran base. Second
barracks on its way down as well. And we've got 6 Zerglings out on the map and a Spinecrawler. So viOlet completely misreading this, thinks that there is a big proxy all-in coming, and so he's making units, but these units can just as easily be used for attacking as they can defending, and this command center is on the low ground. It looks like Ver kind of senses this and says, I need to wall this off post-haste. And look at this.
Is he gonna just lift?
Command center finishes, and yeah, he could just, he is just going to lift.
There we go. And great play right here, I believe. Unless I'm reading this completely wrong here, I don't think these Zerglings will be able to get through. Ooh, ow! There they go.
Do get through, but a Marine is about to pop up, and that should be able to clean it up for him. But a lot of SCVs pulled off mining, but he does have his command center already on the way. 2 orbitals should start pretty soon. And I think viOlet finally knows what's up. He might just go for this again, but there are 2 Marines sitting there that should be able to repel just fine. Although that SCV may go down. Yes, it does. So viOlet already putting some hurt on in this matchup. But of course, viOlet reacted very strongly to thinking there was a super proxy Rax aggressive opening. And so got an early pool and got early gas. So I would say from where viOlet wants to be right now, he is behind. But look at this, we have a Roach Warden on the way.
I don't know. I mean, that was the first thing I thought of when I saw that command center first build. Was I wonder if he's going to read that and think it's some proxy action. I'm surprised he didn't actually. I'm surprised viOlet didn't make more units to follow up those Zerglings. But I guess he wised up.
Absolutely. I mean, and if oh, look at this. If he can get the SCV in, no, he's not watching it. He gets taken out by that Spinecrawler at the front. There's still just these few Zerglings, but look at this Ver poaching out aggressively with these Marines, takes out those 2 Zerglings. But we have 6 Roaches in production, and if Ver does not build some bunkers, I think he's going to die immediately to this push. Or at least be forced to lift and take a lot of damage.
Well, you can see the roaches on their way. Substantial amount of them as well. And when they do go to hit, this should get very interesting out here as we only see Marines in production right now. No Marauders in sight anywhere and no add-ons.
Absolutely not. And that bunker should be able to finish in time, if just barely. But will he be able to pull SCVs in time? That will be the question. This battle will come down basically to how fast he can get the repair on that bunker. And he needs to get guys in that bunker immediately as those roaches are so close to the front. Here they come, Rance.
The timing's going to be perfect here. Excellent timing here as the Marines head in. There's not going to be enough time for the SCVs to get up, though, if the roaches stay.
Oh, and the roaches pull back. Immediately, he pulls SCVs, throwing down a second bunker. This is a great response out of her. This is exactly what he needs to do. But I think the roaches are just going to sneak around the side. One roach going down, though. Needs to be careful, and look at Ver.
Marines. There he comes. With the focus.
He says, I'm just going to focus fire your roaches down. And Ver doing a fantastic job here.
Yeah.
Bringing it to viOlet. Says, you're not going to all-in me today. And Ver holds. Fantastic play. And look at this. Another command center. Ver's like, what? You're behind an economy? You're behind an economy and you just tried to roach all-in me? I'm going to expand again.
That's beautiful.
This is the kind of Terran play that I absolutely love to watch happen, where Terran just kind of sits back and says, all right, I'm going to expand before you, make you uncomfortable, you're going to all-in me, and I'm just going to say, oh, okay, well, I held your all-in, so I'm just going to expand again. Look at this, Ver getting siege mode for his tanks, already has a factory up, and is still just on 2 barracks.
Let's pause here for a second and get some numbers.
Absolutely.
You can see viOlet with 48 drones to Ver's 35 and 18 to 13 in the Army tab. I'm just going to take a look at this one too while we're at it as well, because as we know, Terrans, the drone tally isn't necessarily the best idea.
Absolutely. You got those mules as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to see. It looks like viOlet, getting Zergling speed finally, getting a lot of Zerglings out on the map, and additionally getting a Baneling nest. And his lair is already finished. We don't see any lair tech on the way other than just the Baneling speed. And Burrow, Burrow. And this is one of those things that Zerg players don't do enough.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen viOlet do it a bit, but in general, I don't think Zerg players do enough, where they're not quite getting Burrow and just like planting Banelings every scan distance all the way across the map to their base.
It's pretty high maintenance for a guy like me, but for these guys, yeah, they should certainly have enough APM there. Ooh, I like that scouting location in the Terran base. Do you see that up there with the overlord?
I do, and that's actually,
that's really
I've seen some really clever plays out of Terrans where they float the building up there to see it, but they got to know it's there first.
Right, so he just sees nothing right now.
Yeah, he sees absolutely nothing. I mean, if we jump to Ver's cam on this, that's the viOlet cam, sorry.
Yeah, nothing. Not even a clue.
There.
Very
and of
cool.
course, viOlet can take a look here, say, hey, look, there's the armory going down. I see how much gas is left for my opponent. I see how much minerals is left. That's all great information when you're at viOlet's level of play. 2 Banelings moving out here, gonna burrow as soon as that finishes
totally
up.
Gonna burrow, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's going to be excellent placement here if you just place it right there. Yeah, nice. Okay, well, we're going to have to keep our eye on that one, set some waypoints to that position or something. We'll come back when we see the move out happening. Meanwhile, though, we do have to mention the 3rd command center is going to place down at the 3rd location.
And look at this. This Marine is here. It spots it. And, Ver's just like, okay, well, I'll just put a tank there with siege mode. Because usually tanks with siege mode kill Zerglings that can't hit them. And the Zerglings instantly pull back. Look at that reaction time out of viOlet. Fantastic play. But look at this. It's almost like he's listening.
Yeah.
Got some more Banelings. So 2 sets of Banelings there, bro. Look at this little Overlord ring. No drop's going to sneak through that one. But look at this turret line as well. So, I mean, these mutas are going to pop. And I would recommend you put a turret about right here. Right here as well. But, I mean, the turrets he's already got covering his production. Great positioning. Needs to start that 2-2. But it looks like he's getting the +1 weapons for his attack. A little bit low on gas.
3rd and 4th base now about to complete for the Zerg. Looks like the 3rd just popped at the gold. And the 4th down at the 3rd position should be up shortly. This is going to be a major boon for the Zerg player. And I foresee things in our future here.
I mean, just looking at the units tab, 73 drones to actually 68 SCVs. So Ver holding his own in the SCV count. He really is. I mean, you don't want to really be matching the Zerg's number of harvesters in this matchup, because you need more supply for your army. But the 28 Marines out, 5 tanks, good upgrades on the way. Combat shield 2/2, +2 armor, as well as +1 Mutalist Carapace, some Mutalist on the way. Let's check the melee upgrades as well. So he's got the 1 armor already, just the +2 on the way. No ranged upgrades, and some more banelings being morphed in.
All right, nice balanced force there for viOlet on the field. And look at the creep spread, Gwin, 3/4 of the way across the map.
I mean, this
into
is
the Terran base
absolutely
already.
Fantastic creep spread. If there was one thing I could say about Ver's play, I would say, look, Ver, you're doing a lot of things great, but you need to be more aggressive about that, stopping that creep spread. And hold on, we have some Mutalists moving out to the side of the map here. Is there another turret placed in this key location? No, there is not. These Mutalists can simply sneak behind the mineral line and do so much damage. We'll have to see if that's what viOlet chooses to do. And a huge Baneling hit in the middle. Those burrowed Banelings, I caught it just in time.
Yep.
And Ver losing a ton of Marines there.
Yeah.
Cannot be happy about that.
Oh, there's
Sees
another bomb,
the next set and takes it out. In the meantime, did those Mutalists pop into the main? No, they did not. They pulled back. Where did they go to? They have to be somewhere. There they are. So we only have 16 Mutalists out on the field, which is not quite the huge count that viOlet has had in previous games, but it's still enough to where if he rolled all this right into this line right now, oh, hold on, we have more tanks and Marines joining the force. So maybe not, but the Mutalist is going to swing into the main for the counterattack. This is so
Great
smart.
timing.
Additional turrets going up, but they are not in time.
Nice. Boy, he went turn crazy back there, but it's definitely not in time here. viOlet's pretty ill-advised here to hang around and play with these Marines, but look at that.
We'll be able to get
all those add-ons are going to go on.
At least these 2 reactors, probably this 3rd one as well.
That's pretty intense.
And the SCV line about to get trashed.
Yeah.
Stim going down.
Oh boy.
Some of these Mutalists falling, but there's still so many Mutalists, and with the +1 armor upgrade, they last so much longer against Marines. I mean, if we just jump to the units lost cam really quickly, look at that, 16 workers killed, 66 workers killed for viOlet. We have some more engagements here. These tanks left exposed here in the middle, and I mean that tab is just going crazy as viOlet rolls through everything here, and Ver kind of falling apart to this huge aggressive style. But hold on, Stimmed Marines kind of cleaning that up. Marines, of course, are so potent in this matchup. Has he rebuilt the turrets he lost? No, he really can't afford it.
Yeah, and really, Gwyn, at this point, the supply is really lopsided right now. The good news for the Terran, though, is that the gold base is up and cooking away. That's about the best news that the Terran player could possibly have right now. So it's not necessarily like he's down and out, but that was kind of a, I don't know, it seemed a little mismanaged there to leave all of that army out there just to get attack moved by some Banelings and Zerglings. It seemed like there could have been more he could have done there.
And look at these Mutalists going to fly straight on in again, take out the same turrets again. This turret does finish in time, but it is in the wrong place, and all these SCVs need to get pulled. He does pull them finally. Is he going to pull Marines back? Oh, misrallied barracks.
Right in the middle of the map, too. We've got a major engagement with the Marines and the Banelings. Thor is about ready to go down here, too, and that was in response to the Mutas hitting the main base there of the Terran. He decided to move out.
These Banelings just burrowing. Ver with the clutch scan sees it, but the command center in the main got taken out in that time period. And, I mean, viOlet continues to be multi-pronged, aggressive, all over the place. Now, Ver not as worried about that command center in the main. He will be rebuilding it, but he has this gold base up.
I'm actually kind of surprised he's rebuilding. Is he doing that just for the gas? Is that the idea there?
I mean, absolutely. There's still minerals there as well, and you always want that orbital for the scans. So the orbital, you know, the mule's useful other places. We see a lot of Terran players actually add on like 5 or 6 command centers in the very late game. They can survive, but the tank not sieged, and these Marines need to stim and get into these defensive positions. Will they be able to? Yes. But look at this force from viOlet. It's just going to take everything out. And Vert has to GG sometime soon as viOlet is just wrecking through 48 Mutalisks.
Now, there's a large set of production buildings at the third base location, but obviously
the GG out of Ver.
So I was curious to see if you would try to hold on if you had a bunch of unit-producing structures there at the third. But that was, yeah, that wasn't even close there, buddy. Look at the supply.